Hello, yarn besties. I am the Crafty Crocheter, and if you want to become a yarn bestie, click the subscribe button and get access to more content. And if you like what you see in this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. And don't forget to hype this video, share this video, and recommend the channel to all your family and friends. Alright, so in today's Tutorial Tuesday video, I will be doing a stitch that was showcased in my recent Karen Upside Down Cakes review, which you can see from that link up there. And the stitch I used for that review is going to be the brick stitch, which is the stitch I'll be showing how to do in today's video. So this is the brick stitch. The brick stitch is what it looks like. It's just a grouping of double crochets and single crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. And I'm going to be using the same crochet hook size that I used for this swatch in today's video, which is a 6.0 millimeter or a size J10. And I'll be using a super bulky number 6 yarn for this one. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So to start off, you're going to create a slip knot for your yarn, which I've already done here. And if you don't remember how to do the slip knot, please review my Tutorial Tuesday video and I show you how to do that. All right. So now the multiple for this particular stitch is 4 plus 2. So you're chaining in multiples of 4 until you get to the width of the project you want, and then add 2 more chains. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 18 chains for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do those right now. All right, so I have my 18 chains on the stitch. So to start off, you're going to begin row 1. You're going to skip the first chain from hook and then go into the second chain and work a single crochet stitch. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that's a little bit better. So skip the first chain from hook and then go into the second chain and work your single crochet stitch. All right, and then after that you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to skip the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then insert your crochet hook into that 4th chain and work a single crochet stitch. And you're repeating this all the way down to the end of the row. So I'll do one more repeat with you. So after you have that single crochet done, chain 3 again, then skip the next 3 chains from the one you've worked. So 1, 2, 3, and then into the 4th chain, work your single crochet stitch. Now I'm going to work the rest of this off camera, then I'm going to meet you at the end and we'll start on row 2. Alright, so we reached the end of row 1 and this is what your work should look like. And so you should end with a single crochet in the very last chain of the foundation row, or the foundation chain. So this is what row 1 looks like, and now we're going to move on to row 2. Now to start row 2, you're going to go ahead and chain 3. Then you're going to turn your work. Then you're going to double crochet into the single crochet stitch from the previous row. So if you pull this apart a little bit, you'll see that space. So you're going to yarn over, go into that single crochet stitch from the previous row and work your double crochet stitch. Then you're going to work 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. So yarn over, go into that chain space and work your 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're just going to repeat that all the way down to the end of the row, and I'll work one more repeat with you. So skip this single crochet, then you're going to go into the chain space here and work your 3 double crochets. So yarn over, go into the next chain space and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and this is going to be number 3. So I'm going to work, and this is what it looks like so far. And so I'm going to work the rest of this off camera, then I'm going to finish off this row, and then I'm going to meet you at the end of row 2, and then we'll move on to row 3. All right, so we're nearing the end of row 2, and this is what it looks like so far. Now we're going to finish off row 2. So to do that, you're just going to yarn over and go into that very last stitch of the previous row and you're going to work a double crochet. So insert your hook into that very last stitch of the previous row, and then you're going to work your double crochet. All right, and this is the end of row 2, and this is what it looks like so far. So now we're going to move on to row 3. So to start row 3, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, then you're going to work a single crochet stitch into the top of this double crochet that you worked from the previous row. So you're going to pull this apart a little bit, then you'll see that space. So insert your hook into that top of that double crochet stitch and work a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 3. Then you're going to skip the 3 double crochets you'd made in row 2, and then you're going to insert your hook in the chain space between the 2 sets of double crochets, and you're going to insert it in there and work a single crochet. Then you're just going to repeat that all the way down to the end of the line. So I'll do another repeat with you. So chain 3 after that 1, 2, 3. Then go into the next chain space between the next set of double crochet clusters and work a single crochet. So I'm going to work the rest of this off camera. Then I'm going to meet you at the end of row 3, and then we're going to move on to row 4. All right, so we're at the end of row 3, and we worked all of our singles. We worked a single crochet, chained 3, went to the chain space between the 2 double crochet clusters, did a single crochet, chained 3, went to the next chain space, and then worked a single crochet in that chain space. And then now we're near the end. We just worked our last single crochet into that chain space, so we're near the turning chain. So all you're going to do is you go into the top of that turning chain and work a single crochet stitch. So we're going to insert that and your hook into that top chain, turning chain, and work a single crochet. And that is the end of row 3. And so basically from here on out, you're repeating rows 2 and 3 repeatedly, 2, 3, 2, 3, until you get to the height of the project you want. And in the end, this is what the work's going to look like. It's a fairly easy 2-row repeat stitch to do, and this stitch is perfect for blankets, throws, baby blankets. You can do this for a scarf perhaps, because you can add the tassels into the chain 3 spaces here. But this would be good for a scarf. You can make it into a blanket, a throw, baby blankets, anything that you feel that this stitch is appropriate for. All right, so let's move these, look at these side by side, and they look identical, same stitch work. All right, and that is how you work the brick stitch. This is the Crafty Crocheter. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting.